What's up, everybody? I'm T-Nut.
And I'm 10 Too Quick.
And this is Unstoppable Footprint. Man, we got somebody dope for y'all today.
Yes, sir.
Got our boy Robbie Rios with quiet visuals
In the building. So, before we go ahead and get started, we want to have Robbie. We just had this conversation.
We just talked about this.
Robbie, and it's stupid. I know somebody named Robbie. I keep throwing his name in this shit. Anyway, we're going to have Robbie give y'all some information about his socials, the way y'all can get in contact with him or follow his movement with Quiet Visuals LLC. Fucking up. But yeah, you got the floor, bro.
Alright. Y'all can find me on Facebook at Quiet Visuals LLC, or my Instagram handle is OH_Robbie. Or check out my website. Link below.
Look, it's gonna be somewhere down there.
Somewhere.
You just point down and they okay, well I go scroll, I guess.
So, quiet visuals. Tell me a little bit of background of where it started. What kicked it off?
Actually, I had the name like Quiet Images a few years back before I even picked up my first camera.
Yeah.
I was just editing some stuff and I was like, you know what, I'm a quiet dude. Everybody knows me as the quiet one. So
That makes sense.
boom, Quiet Images. So later on I realized everybody else got something images, or studios or whatever, so I was like, you know what, I'm a visual person too, so Quiet Visuals.
Man, that's how you dig up a gem right there.
For real.
Quiet
Got one.
visuals. All right, nobody's got that.
Real good.
That's definitely unique, man. It's and we've seen some of your recent work with your son in it. Playing, was he a superhero or was he just?
He was just a pedestrian who witnessed this alien falling from the sky,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually for an NFT project. And if I was like one of the top creators, I would get one of their NFTs for free. So we had a small window to complete this and submit it. So I did mine in about 18 hours. So my dad to hop in with me, he was actually the voice of that little alien thing.
I thought it was your son too. Like,
he
what did he had to do some real editing on that voice because that don't sound like a kid.
Yeah, I had my dad do the voice for that, and
That's
then
what's
the
up,
little AI that he was talking to was actually my girl. It was a whole family project.
Everybody get in there. Everybody get in there. It was dope.
Fun though. Yeah, it was fun.
So, I would say this. So, what advice would you give an up-and-coming person that wants to get into, videography, photography, making movies? Because that's what you just made.
My advice would be figure out what you like to watch and why do you watch those things. Is it the colors? Is it the director, like the composition?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's got to be something in there that you keep going back to. Your favorite movies growing up, the new stuff that you watch and binge.
I watched Thor, the first one, over and over again. They keep coming out with more Thors. I like all of them.
Storytelling, you know.
But I like the first one. It was a lot going through. But I think that's why I like that movie though. It just reminded me of a time where I ain't had that many worries. And it was a storytelling part of that movie where it's like you gonna watch him turning from nothing to something in this first one.
One of the things they tell you in the story, create a character who has nothing and changes their mentality, or a villain that turns into a hero, a hero that turns into a villain, something.
Because you can always add on to that character.
Yeah. Or take away from it. It's yours. It's your imagination.
I mean, it's dope. It's just pretty much like that gave you a familiar feeling. Like the familiar feeling of basically like, okay, every time I watch this, I feel this type of way, so it makes me want to watch this. It pulls me to that.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us get that feeling just from, like you say, movies from when we was a kid. That's why we can remember them so fondly, in the sense of that it takes you back to that moment, that year, that feeling, that smell, that whatever.
Yeah, I was at Langston watching that, bro. It's the frat house, so I wasn't a kid, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I felt like a kid watching that movie over with the surround sound in the room too. Yeah, it was stupid, but that's off the subject.
That's dope. So something else that I see you recently did you get the results for your
No, we won't know the
24
results.
or 48? 24 or
48.
48.
48. We did a 48-hour film, and
How was that?
bruh, like for me, what I had to do, it was it was a lot. It was one of the most stressful times I've ever had. But I knew what I was in for, and I would do it again.
What all did they have you do though? Like, what? I know it was like a competition, but I just know that.
So there was multiple teams. I think 14 or 15 people showed up, and we all went to OCCC, and they had a basket full of genres.
Yeah.
So horror, silent film, romance, even musicals. Like each head member of the team had to go up there and do their drawing, and you got whatever you got. But they tell us, in your movie, you have to incorporate a prop. In our case, we had keys. So we had to put a set of keys in the film. Each character had to have a specific name. It was like a Jared or Joanna.
Oh, so it's like we're gonna give you certain stuff that we want you to put in your movie.
Yeah. No matter what genre you got,
Yeah,
these things have to be in.
You got to make it make sense.
And see, that kind of I feel like that kind of people focus too much on what they gave them and not enough on the movie.
Yep.
And the thing is, it'd be too easy to put in the movie if you put it in there as an afterthought. It's still put in there, but not your general thought in approaching it.
Yeah.
How did you approach that?
See, we had like 34 crew members on our team, and we were one of the biggest teams out there.
Ready to work.
That's a big team.
Which wasn't exactly a good thing. Like it was like
too many opinions.
it was just kind of in a way like people had roles they were there to do, but there was nothing they could do because there was limited space.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
And it was
hurry up and wait.
It was rough, and on top of that, it was hot. Oh my god, it was hot. We did our shoot at a restaurant, and they had to turn the AC off, so it wouldn't be an audio.
Yeah.
And this is the same restaurant that Sylvester Stallone's doing his show at.
And see, people don't know they gotta cut their hair off.
Sylvester Stallone's out there dying too. Okay. He's out there dying too. You think about y'all out there suffering, and they had to turn the AC off. Sylvester Stallone was out there dying too, bro.
We got our genre and everything, and as soon as we got that, they said, "All right, ready, set, go." We got 48 hours. If you're 2 minutes late, you forfeit your awards.
Wow.
And
that sounds
anybody
TV
forfeit?
show.
You know what? I don't think we made it.
You don't think you did? Really?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen the results yet.
We'll let them be the judge of that.
Look,
but
we'll be in tune with it though.
Deadlines. My role was camera operator, so I didn't have a say in what things should look like or none of that. I kept my mouth shut. Operated the camera like I was supposed to, and the next day my role was editor.
Oh my gosh. So you like now I gotta edit all this stuff that people just do their money.
And that first day we shot for 21 hours.
Yeah, if you got 48 hours, you got to do a lot of shooting up front because you got to do a lot of editing and all that stuff in the back end.
Oh, we was talking about that. Well, you was talking about that. We was talking about you too.
Oh, for this?
No, you remember the 24? You remember scenario? Did we have a scenario?
Oh, the game, not the game, but the rapper joint, the battle of the game.
24-hour scenario about like
as y'all can see, I'm lost.
Like how much? Like we was talking about how much you'll have to shoot up front to then focus on how much editing you have to do up.
Yeah,
because you just gotta go
shoot everything. Every scene.
So was that 20? You said 21 hours.
21 hours that first day.
So that was just the first day.
We got our genre Friday night around like 7, and we brainstormed right there on campus for like an hour. And our writer was getting all our ideas, putting it together. And once we got enough, he went off and started writing. While he did that, the rest of us went to our locations.
Yeah.
Like we went to go check it out, see what it looked like, to see where we can set up lights and what would look best. Then we went to the restaurant. Same over there. Like, it was a late night.
Yeah, it sounds like something that I gotta commend you for doing, because I know I wouldn't have been able to do none of that. I would have been like, all right, everybody pissing me off. I'm about to go now.
Go get the food.
I need to get something to eat.
I'm gonna get my food first and make a little errand, and I'll be back.
Surprisingly, nobody threw a fit. There was nothing, no bad words said.
Yeah.
Nothing. Everybody just had their mouth shut.
That's what you call embracing the suck. Everybody like, man, this sucks for everybody. This sucks for everybody.
They count down the clock. That's dope. So, I got another question on that. Just like, say a scene. How long does it take to actually shoot like a scene? Like, say
in this scenario, we didn't know what story we were getting.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we pulled our genre, we had picked out either a romance or a musical. Ain't nobody trying to dance and sing, so we went straight to romance.
Ain't nobody trying to dance and sing.
So we went with that, but typically you would already know what genre we doing, so we had a shot list, and that's all the prep. If you prep first, that's 80% of your work. The rest is smooth from there.
Yeah.
So a scene, depending on what it is, if it's like John Wick, you fighting all over the place, that can take forever. But if it's a simple scene, it could take a day.
Okay. That's crazy, because most people will be like, oh, I could just shoot my own. Man. You got to understand the logistics, the lighting, the background, the angles.
Yeah. People will be like, oh, man, it's certain parts of movies where it's all talking and it's a bunch of different camera angles, but it's just like 2 or 3 people talking to each other, and you got the camera over the shoulder angle joints. Those are the type of movies I actually like making, because it's just showing like you can. Whether it's you worried about the back of dude's head with the what is it, zoom or blur or whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called, but that who's important in whatever scene it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
That word. You know what I was talking about. Sure. But that's the type of stuff that I like to see when people can. It doesn't. You don't see a fuck up. You don't see the very clear back of the head, and then this person who's talking is blurry. You see it the other way around, like that's the way it's supposed to be. But that type of stuff, so when you see it wrong, it's like, man.
I don't even watch movies and stuff the same. Like, you can have 2 people talking while a fireplace is going, you see that light flickering in your face. I'm like, that's an aperture light right there. They got it on flicker mode. Mark be like, shut up, just watch it. My bad.
Look, you became the worst. Nah, that's aperture.
I mean, we didn't really talk about quad visuals. We talked about quad visuals and video artists. Mm-hmm. What about photography? Like, what are some of your how can I say?
Like what I offer.
What you offer, also some of your most enjoyable scenes that you have shot, like in the sense of like pictures and stuff like that. Like, what do you look for? Like, if I come to you with 15% of what I want to do out of 100, and like you kind of get where I'm going from. Like, what's your go-to? Like, you need to go to this scene for. I mean, I guess it just depends.
Have you seen his that was it for the 4th of July that you just made?
A little video.
Yeah, bro. It was dope. The music behind it was all inspiring and everything. But it feels like what you're about to ask is that type of thing. Somebody came up and be like, I got this idea, and it wasn't your idea. Even though that was your idea, that whole 4th of July thing, but somebody could come up and be like, man, I got this idea, I want to take a bunch of pictures and videos, and then get some music behind it just for an inspirational video. That's the type of stuff that what I saw was like, dang, boy, this look like this supposed to be on TV, boy. Instead of just seeing it on Facebook, it's supposed to be on like commercials on TV or something, because it was that good.
Facebook is TV.
Facebook is TV. I ain't gonna knock them.
People watch their phone when they watch TV.
That's why I shoot vertical now.
Yeah.
Like when my phone, that video you was talking about, everything was shot vertical because I knew people were gonna watch it on their phone.
You remember that?
Yeah, we had that issue, bro.
Shooting someone with a phone.
It was the first video, bro.
We can't fit it.
Nothing is working, and we don't know what we did.
We figured it out, and then like months down the line, we did the
We
same
did it again.
thing because it was like
We couldn't remember. Like, what did we do wrong?
It's like that's what you get from trying to do too much.
That shit was dumb. But we.
That's how you learn though, doing too much. That's how I learned.
Yeah,
I be trying to do the most.
See, certain aspects I try to do the most, bro. Some of them I was like, that's somebody else can do that. I can't.
Everything with the camera,
But
I want to do the most.
Yeah, no, that's with cameras. Like I understand that. That's why I said with that aspect, this editing videos and that's not my passion, but I do it because somebody got to do it.
To answer your question, if you come to me with 15% of an idea, I'll simply ask you, what's your goal and who do you want to see this?
Right.
And that'll tell me enough.
Yep.
I'll just let my brain go because I know what's needed to create a mood. I know sound is a big, huge.
Sound is huge. It's like
Huge.
it's the crazy part is like it ain't nothing. There I go, talking like that again, like I was born out of nowhere.
Ain't
Negation. There isn't anything. I forgot my whole train of thought then, Justin.
It's cool, but you fixed it the first part, so there isn't anything. And that's all we got to say about that.
So that's what I get for trying to be politically correct.
Look, it's all good. Ain't nobody else come back and be like, hey, did you hear what he said? They ain't got motion picture.
Yeah, I forgot to. I had an answer. I answer.
See, that was crazy. That's when you get caught up on the fly that's flying around your eye. You can't see. I mean,
You about to go back to
Mississippi. The place I don't think I've been there.
Mississippi. But yeah, bro, so I've seen a lot of and I didn't mean to jump away from what we were just talking about, but I think everybody kind of forgot.
Yeah,
so it's all good.
It's all my fault.
No, it's not. It's a joint effort. We all forgot. But so the where your camera's taking you in the city, where do you think it'll take you within like the next 5 years, next 3 years, next 2 years? What do you think is coming up for you? That's big. Not to put all of your marbles and stuff out there, but
I feel you on that. I love that question because, like I just said, my last day at my job is tomorrow.
Out of there.
So I'm not trying to book too much.
Yeah.
I want to just create passion projects because I know those will open so many doors and opportunities and other things that I will truly love doing rather than somebody hit me up to do weddings. I'm not trying to do weddings all day, every day.
Man, respect you.
I may be good at it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it every day.
There's certain things that just not for you.
Like the mini photo shoots, Valentine's Days, like I offer it here and there, but I'm not gonna do it every year because I do not really enjoy it.
That's understandable.
But I think that's the filmmaker in me. I like to see different scenes, but if I'm sitting there editing the same photo at the same place,
it's no motion in the photos. You have to create motion in photos. But
after that third person, I'm already like, dang, the money's good, but
I don't like doing this. I just left a job I ain't like doing.
That's why you teach your technique.
But that's why when like stuff like Tony with the water, the Aquarius thing I did for her, that stuff I can do all day long.
Yeah.
That's not something you normally see.
You get to put it, I would say you get to put your own creative swing.
Now I'm thinking about some stuff. You got my brain thinking. No.
Bro, why did that only come in my right ear? What did you just do?
Oh, I did the bug man. I did all that.
That shit panned and stayed in the right.
It's the aerodynamics.
No, dude.
But that's okay. So now I was on that question of saying that's why you need somebody else. So does anybody help you?
My girl, I would say, is my biggest support, my biggest partner. Because I will go to her and I'll have multiple ideas. Like, I'm a real creative dude, and I'll be like, I gotta get out of my own head for a second. So, as somebody who doesn't know as much as me, I need, knowledge. Yeah, from the audience.
Yeah.
Like, what would look better to you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can get caught up in doing stuff for yourself.
She helps me so much with that. But
you got another person's eyes on your work. It's not just like, all right, fuck the fans, I'm putting out what I want.
And she ain't gonna always tell you what you want to hear. She gonna tell you what the audience gonna tell you.
exactly.
And then she understands how tedious your work might be because that's your work.
She watches me the process. Like in the very beginning, she saw all the hours it would take me to just change somebody's eye color or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it was, she just look and I'll be like, watch before and after, and she'll be like, oh my god.
She seen me glow up. Oh my god, right there.
Like she'll see the process, but until I do that before and after, she really sees the change.
Yeah.
But as far as help, I don't really go and ask for too much help because I want to learn all aspects first.
Right.
I want to know audio. I want to know colors, contrast, composition, all of it.
Yeah, man, that audio part, that's the only part I can help you with.
Look,
you would be teaching me.
The audio, yeah, I can do a little bit of that.
That's it.
I can get on the creative side and just start, I can make a project to the point of no return and not sense of fixing it, just kind of just however it turns out once I start, because I'm not going to backtrack.
Man, sometimes you gotta do that, otherwise you will be stuck, and it's
about that plateau and be like, I ain't going nowhere else. I ain't even gonna put this out, and then that's where it goes backwards, because now you got something, but no one will ever see it because you didn't put it out.
I got a lot of those I trash. I got so much that people probably would love to see.
And see, that's the thing, you trash them, so it's like, you still trashing some of your earlier stuff, or you just like stop from a certain date and be like, okay, I'm not trashing no more, nothing else. I mean, not in the sense of trashing it, but just come back out with it later. In the sense of,
I trash it.
You know that feeling, bro.
I do, because it's
you know that feeling.
It feels better just to clear it that part.
It's just,
I start stressing.
Y'all know me from this date, from this point on.
Yo.
What I came out with and what I'm coming out with from this point.
Yeah.
Anything before that was somebody else.
And then if it came out, then good. But if it didn't, you won't know, because that shit's gonna stay on my. What's up, kid? What?
My eye.
It doesn't look like anything's wrong with him. What's up? Turn around, say hi. There's nothing wrong with your eyes. Get out of here. Close the door on your way out. Announce your nose. Go, Bubba. Close the door, dude. You almost made it. I'll be out there in a minute. We almost done. You're trying to bully people, bro. He would have stolen me if y'all wasn't here. He would have ran in, bang. I want you. Like, no, bro, you just hit me 3 times in the face. You better get away from me before I hit you back.
It's too bright in here.
Man.
He's like, oh no, not today. But yeah. So, have you ever made a cartoon?
That boy came with that question.
I've made an animation. I wouldn't say a cartoon.
Okay.
What's the difference between?
I wanted, because when you said animation, I just thought memes.
Yeah, that's illumination.
Like, but that's.
See, now the cartoon would be like, I don't know, like Tom and Jerry or something, like a whole cartoon.
Yeah,
okay.
Or series and type thing.
Yeah, that's what I say cartoon is. I could be wrong. I don't know that. But animations, I dabbed a little bit. I'm trying to do 3D animations, building 3D worlds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, that's a whole other topic. We'll be here for 3 days.
We're gonna have to change the batteries. We'll be here for 3 days.
Alright, we're gonna stay out the metaverse today. But one day we will have time for that.
On another place, or another
in the metaverse.
Hey.
Look, find yourself in the metaverse. Say what's up to the footprint. We ain't there yet. But we will be.
So, man, that's dope, man. I really, like you said earlier, I commend you on the stuff you do, because it's not That takes patience, dude. You just said you.
I got way too much patience.
You just.
I got way too much patience. My girl hates it. Like people will give me the wrong food all the time. I'm like, it's cool. Whatever.
I just feel like it'll take too much of my time to go back. And if the people feel like they got over on me, okay.
Or say you drive and you really trying to get somewhere. You really trying to get somewhere on the highway and somebody jumps in front of you and drives slow.
That shit pisses me all the way off.
I will stay right behind them, not on their ass, and I just, all right, I'm sharpening my patience.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that does for me. My girl be like, will you just go around them or something?
I'm gonna do my talking to myself in the car like I was doing when people do that. I'll be like,
this is dumb.
I was like, I'm going. Nah, I do. Yeah.
I have my days.
I don't always do like that, but you know,
I feel like
it just depends on how they. You got to see other options. They didn't have no way, and they had to get over it, and they was just like you're being forced by the person behind them. Can't do much about that because it's other reasons. That's like waking up, going outside, and you look at somebody. I'm mad at you, and don't even know what you're mad at them for. You just don't even know.
I feel like if you're gonna jump over, I'm gonna give you like 3 things. You didn't see me. You stupid. Or
yeah,
because
you
look,
didn't see me. Why you stupid?
If you think you stupid,
or I'm just not gonna say nothing.
I ain't gonna say nothing. And it's just gonna happen. But that you stupid one makes me laugh because I just like this dumb motherfucker didn't see me.
Because that's what everybody. I mean, I wouldn't say everybody, but if you were that fly in the car with most of those people, the dead one, the one that's in the corner that you think that's dead because it's been so hot, but they on his last leg.
Still got a fly soul. Still got a fly soul.
So basically, if you drive in front of us like that, go the same speed as us.
What you stopping for?
Don't slow down, please.
Man, I used to make threats, but I ain't gonna say it out here because shit's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube. But yeah, man. What you got? I think that
you got something.
I don't got nothing.
Well,
no. We want to talk about.
No.
We gotta talk about these 10,000 hours.
Oh, for you?
10,000.
Because I'm about this.
10,000 hours. You know, I was trying to think about. I was like, did I miss something?
10,000 hours. Like what? Right. That sounds like a prison sentence.
So they say it takes 10,000 hours of any craft to be considered a master.
Expert
of that craft.
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours. Cool. So that's practicing, learning something new, teaching, going out there, doing whatever it is. You count up all them hours, and all the best people you know, Picasso, or
they put in their time.
J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Like all these people have at least 10,000 hours, and they're considered masters of their craft. Right. I did the math. That's 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day, like 10 years.
See, I feel like more time gives you more time to do it. 'Cause 2 hours a day is a time frame that somebody is like crunched for time can give themselves like, well, I gotta get back to work, so 2 hours a day is all I can give myself. But when
2 hours a day for somebody who ain't going, it's like,
all right, 10 hours a day, so that's 1,000 days. Cool. I'm gonna knock that 10,000 hours out in 1,000 days.
I mean, because if you think about it, I mean, we all do work on a computer. When you sit in front of a computer, it ain't always 2 hours, and then you go back to that computer.
Starts to add up. Yeah. Or even if you just brainstorm. If you brainstorm,
that's a part of it.
That's still.
Yeah, it's an internal clock. So you can count your hours if you want to, but you don't have to because you're gonna put your time in or you're not.
When you get to 10,000, you're gonna feel it, and you're gonna know you're there because you're gonna.
Can't nobody tell.
You're gonna have something behind you because that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to put in.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you put in 10,000 hours or something, like, you better.
Man, you
better be good.
After we sleep and eat, take care of the kids, and take our wives out to go eat and all that other stuff.
We got about 2 hours.
We got about 1,500 hours a year.
Man, that sounds like overtime. That
all
don't
you
sound
need,
like noon.
all you need is 1,000 hours a year.
Yeah, man. You bang out 1,000 hours a year. Shit, you do that at work. If you go to work.
Some people.
Bruh.
Think about the masses of their craft who go to work.
I don't always do my 2 hours, but I try to learn something.
See, that's the
even
thing.
Podcast,
It's not always gonna be a set 2 hours though. It's gonna be 1 hour here, 3 hours there, 2 hours here, 4 hours there,
30 minutes here, 15 minutes here.
and it's all bouncing around. But I don't know anyone that has a schedule that's that set up to where out of my day I'm going to give myself 2 hours. When you got a possibility of giving yourself more, why would you hold yourself to 2? And if you don't have 2 hours, then you give what you can give. But
if you listen to all these high-end mentors and millionaires, billionaires, they have that schedule. In the morning, they wake up early, and that first 30 minutes, they do that one thing every single day, no matter what it is, and so on and so forth.
Because they're not worrying about, they already reached their pinnacle. They're not worrying about making money. So that's one. I mean, they're making money already.
Look, if you get a free day like that, like I consider my days free. But if I'm making that type of money to where now no bills are an issue, what are you gonna do with your time? You're gonna have to set up some type of schedule because you're not gonna know what day of the week it is. I already be getting lost just because it's no go to work like situation. But my days get lost up. And so if my schedule is go to the gym, cool. All right, that's the top of the day. So I can do that. Go to the gym, boom. Then what am I doing after that? It's something that's gonna make the day progress. It's gonna be a progressive day, but I have to have that schedule so I can see what you mean by that. Just at least something.
All I know is if you pursuing a craft or you want to be good at something, you should never be bored. You should never be bored. There's something to do always.
Right. You can always pick it up.
And if you're bored, then you might want to.
Somebody else ain't bored. They picking up where you putting down, and you gonna have to catch up. And I'd rather not be on the catch up end, even though you're always gonna be catching up to somebody.
And I play catch up with myself.
Yeah.
Because I know the math. I know how much I need to do per year. So I know where I should be in 5 years.
Yeah.
But if I'm slacking this year,
you gotta catch
I may
up.
land here.
You're gonna be like, okay, well, I gotta
next year,
double next year to catch up with my plan, but my plan is still the plan.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I play catch up with myself, so I allow myself to have downtime.
But don't cheat.
I'm not gonna be here if I do that, but I'm okay if I land here.
Yeah, you'll overheat, boy. If you don't, you gonna overheat. Every waking moment that you don't have anything to do, I'm gonna go to my craft. You gonna overheat. You gotta have some time to get your brain a break from even the things you love to do. Like shit, I need a time where I'm not just thinking about making beats. Or I'm not thinking about
you
stuff.
Want your craft to turn into
It don't want to be.
You're fully enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't, once it seems like a job, you might as well go work for somebody. Because it's not really a craft, it's made it a job.
So yeah, I know my limits. I know when I push myself to a point where it starts becoming uncomfortable. And I was like,
I don't want to do this right now.
I don't know what's going on, but something's wrong in the second you like just chill and take some of the pressure off yourself, because we all do. We put pressure on ourselves to succeed, be better, fathers, mentors, family members, whatever. We just that pressure, and it's like, man, because I had to do it myself. I put so much pressure on myself to make a beat, and I'm like, man, I can't make beats. I can't make beats on this condition. I never did. I never did because it's like you don't. It's almost like forcing it. You can't force stuff that comes out of your brain freely and flows like the birds that's flying around the skies.
Yeah.
You just let it happen and operate in it.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like we could go on forever talking about the time.
We gotta go 1,000 hours.
10,000 hours.
No, we don't. But did we miss something?
We got the
pretty much
10,000.
good on that.
You said
We got the 10,000 hours.
check. No, we didn't get there yet. We got some more to go. But y'all know what time it is. Here on the Footprint, we ask all the guests to come on that they render a freestyle to the Footprint community.
Footprint.
All day.
Freestyle to the community coming up.
I pick up the camera and I shoot with my heart. 2 years in, I've come to master this art. Those 10,000 hours gonna keep me alive.
Fuck all that job.
Surprise.
Yes, sir. Hey.
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours. They don't know about it.
10,000 hours. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, so y'all know how we do. We come when we end the show. We want to thank Peoples. We want to thank Robbie Rios from Quiet Visuals coming through with the extended handshake. That was the extended handshake. We want to thank y'all once again. My bad for saying thank y'all so many times, but
thank you.
but thank you. Y'all know what we said at the end of the show though. Shine a light,
build a legacy, leave a footprint.
And we'll see y'all next week.
We out. Peace.